If I could answer that for sure, we wouldn't be having this conversation. It's what I need you for. It's why I chose you.
Bitsy was sobbing because this was the final interview. David's execution was scheduled for the next day. David appeared completely composed, his eyes filled with anticipation for the death penalty. After the interview, David's lawyer told Bitsy that the videotape was incomplete, and if she could find the person who delivered the tape, the case could be solved. Bitsy watched the videotape repeatedly until the day of David's execution, when she finally found a clue. Returning to the crime scene, she reconstructed the events. Bitsy played the role of the deceased, taping her own mouth shut and putting a plastic bag over her head. Bitsy suggested to her in turn that,
I want you to wait 3 minutes before you take the bag off.
Bitsy, I'm really not so sure about this. It's way too dangerous. What
3
if
full minutes, Zach. Stand over there with her.
based on the reconstruction, the victim had committed suicide. The victim had put on gloves to avoid leaving fingerprints, then taken them off and placed them neatly, and finally thrown them aside and swallowed the key. The intern pointed out a flaw in Bitsy's deduction. The victim was willing to sacrifice everything to abolish the death penalty, but why would she use her own death to frame David? Bitsy suddenly understood everything. Perhaps the victim's intent was precisely to advance the abolition of the death penalty, even at the cost of her own life. The victim used a video camera to record her suicide to prove that an innocent person could be condemned to death. This would provide the perfect argument for abolishing capital punishment. To achieve this, the victim needed someone to keep the videotape, a trusted supporter. This person was most likely the head of the anti-death penalty organization, Dusty. Bitsy was profoundly disturbed and horrified by the darkness and incredible nature of human deception. Meanwhile, Dusty was in his room listening to music. He was holding a pocket watch, seemingly timing David's execution. Only 1 hour remained until the execution. Bitsy decided to create a diversion to draw Dusty away, allowing her to search for the complete videotape. When Bitsy entered the room, she was creeped out by the walls covered with photos of executed individuals. She found the complete videotape. It confirmed that the victim had indeed committed suicide.
You didn't show, come on! Please, Bitsy, come on!
She immediately grabbed the evidence to save David, but her car broke down halfway. She had no choice but to run. At the execution site, people were arguing fiercely.
When Cain killed Abel, God cast him out. He didn't kill him.
He raped and killed that poor girl, and as far as I'm concerned, she should die.
By the time Bitsy arrived, David had already passed away. People believed that David had unknowingly become a martyr, defending the progression toward the abolition of the death penalty with his life. The audience was filled with regret. At this point, the film's ending took another twist. Bitsy returned the interview feed to David's ex-wife. Inside the envelope was a letter of confession from Berlin, the former student who accused David of rape. Bitsy then received a toy from David's son, which contained a hidden videotape. This was the truly complete recording. It revealed that David was present during the victim's suicide. The three of them had orchestrated the entire conspiracy together with the goal of promoting the abolition of capital punishment. David had sent the tape because he knew Bitsy might not be able to face her future life burdened by guilt, and he wanted her to have the answer.